not dead yet.
What?
What? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that? Oh, it had to be.
This is
Ultra Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planned it when he invaded my network. Damn it, all the hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What's that?
In other words...
I'm saying it, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. There was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get smashed him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
what did you say?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Huh? Oh, it's Big Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. They have hundreds of years of tradition. It sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. Not ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? Woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring classwork, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck's going on? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream? Is that a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Ultra Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Here. Oh, this is a rocket from the intro. That's a rocket in a tank. That rocket's from the intro to the game. When you first boot up the game. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked it. It didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. I should look around for some food. There's plenty of food in here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Next I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-round bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I had to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
It's the girl herself. A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Ew, that really hit the spot. I've got all the energy I need to keep going. You still haven't given up yet. Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. You don't have a way we can get out of here, right? Okay, why'd you come to rescue me? To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that. So you knew that I knew. But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. Yeah, she does have the key to unlock every door. I abandoned you. God damn, Kyoko. You're amazing. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. Ugh. You're trying to save me and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However.
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive. Why did you have to survive? I'll tell you everything. The reason I had to survive is so that I can do what I came to do to this school to do. I made up my mind to come to Hope's Beginning for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak.
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Until recently, I've forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. Oh, yeah. Then, is it really true? You lost your memory? Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here. Right. I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... I don't think... I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the Mastermind's plans. So the Mastermind just stole them from you.
However,
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the Mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help
why
you?
is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the Mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the Mastermind is actually one of us.
Correct.
What? Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The Mastermind is one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't just trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the Mastermind. That was just intuition. But I see your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the Mastermind.
I want it.
Just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known from me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I knew that from the start of this game. I'm so good. The ultimate
Correct.
detective. And the reason I came to Hope Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find. I had to find someone who?
so,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. Which happens to be who? Headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Yeah, because he's my father.
in
What?
other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope Peak Academy's headmaster? And I explained when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
however,
Listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. And what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind,
it's
right?
true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mikuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that was true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's what I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school I'm in. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so,
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. But I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. So it must be important and really ominous.
However,
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea in the building. I was... Okay.
however,
What was going on? It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be very clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right. But that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did
Anyway.
kill her? What I can say for sure is the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. To get you
Indeed.
killed? I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean, because of the school
That's right.
regulations? Exactly.
in other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trials to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim? You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
Aren't you? I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the mass assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trials to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all
In
mean?
other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's
Indeed.
not. If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
That's
You're
right.
talking about what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Indeed.
And make no mistake, they are the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Oh. I think we're gonna finish the game today. I was gonna maybe think about leaving this for tomorrow. But you know what? I think we're gonna finish this game today. There is probably still a little bit left to. There's probably like obviously a few hours to go, but I want to finish this game today. Let's get Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa done with. Let's get this done. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Bring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. You still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room. Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Get opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Finally, we were finally free. But there was even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't you think, if you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. You know, I low-key want Kyoko's jacket. That's a really cool jacket. Is that weird to say? But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
So...
How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. Okay, yeah, I don't care. Let's go, let's do this, Come on, come on. Come on. I know this is information. I just want to get this done. Remember your father? I don't care. Information with the father. She wears that to make. Oh, that's actually fair enough. After I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it. On this side of this door, Holt's Peak is waiting for us. We're back. Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Here goes nothing. I raised my tight right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with an ease, and so... Oh! Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. That's what I would have never been able to climb that, to be honest with you. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get concrete answer, huh?
In other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's... If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind isn't the one that's ensnared. The mastermind ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mikuru's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was. If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to direct him to go. If we go to him directly before he tracks us down, that should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little super uneasy about this, but we don't really have a choice, do we? Monokuma should be in the gym. Yeah, that's new. I swear that's new.
Well now.
Okay, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? Look at how I thought he'd react. Are we finally really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoka help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
right.
Yoko, do whatever you feel you have to.
However,
Before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute McCall, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Black and then executed, right? What are you talking about? But when my coach chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in a position one person would protect another like that.
right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid, even after you'd killed
am I
it.
wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mikuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time I guarantee I'll find
That's right.
some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was a killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to
However-
inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching us would be extremely displeased.
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it, because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair
That's
fair
what
and
we have
square,
to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulation to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final
One-
battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's killer, of the mastermind himself. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was just getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear joke. Now, what you suggest might be possible. It would certainly make for a one honey of a
other
climax.
words,
That you accept. If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? It would cause you a bearable despair, right? And I. Okay.
I can barely. You guys.
If you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm
listen
sure.
to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So
Hey.
what? I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mercury is no exception to that, huh? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 persons, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd you go quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm not talking. I got nothing left to say to you. Now get lost, would you? What's so mad? He seems more unstable.
Hey.
Leave me alone. Get out of here. You just really just gonna let me do it. I didn't care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyways. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment. Overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, go. Let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as he walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. I need to know what this is, because I... Oh, Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of
However-
you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from that final showdown, do they? They have no choice but to accept, huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? It said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast their school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that. And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airways seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. Give me a second. Ugh.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able
in
to do
other
it.
words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost us killing each other. They wanted to show the world. The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed
in
anybody.
other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? To prove a point, most likely. Prove a
Hey.
point. The outside world has a name for the students of hope degree, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink in despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope. But that's ridiculous. You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves ultimate would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer. They made me out to be the killer. But even that
It's
didn't
true.
work. Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in
In
perfect
other
form.
words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your
However-
challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you weren't nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I had shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time. What everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no other option except to
Hey.
win. Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go
Shall we
find the
go?
elders. They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? In here, maybe? And suddenly, we're greeted with... Hey, not happy! Broken? I suppose there's emotional instability reaches its limit. These what the heck?
however,
I don't know what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
Love that screenshot.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
I'm gonna have to rewatch the anime again, because, like, yeah. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
The heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stings. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. I've watched my tears dry up.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with
Yes.
Monokuma. Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches
true.
you? That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class
In
trial?
other words,
We're going to redo Makoto's trial. What?
How
Seriously?
about that?
What's the point in redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling
Wrong.
you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. And who is it?
See.
Which is saying it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed
that's
Makuro?
right.
That's right. It was all the elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial, when you said, now it's the mastermind that is ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mikuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this game, to this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed right, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Hey, everyone. Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm putting things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I meanwhile want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other
Interesting.
words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
Figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mercuro, and all the school's mysteries, is a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that, huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his hint.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Oh, but why?
So in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mikuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mikuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene
in
like
other
that.
words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in hopefully are the 16 students who have been taking part in the game. And the mastermind is... There was 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mercury and you got 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
right.
And now of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, you can't say that for that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. I mean, they are an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. If one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone act suspicious anytime Monokuma was acting?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Yeah, maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way. Sorry, everyone. They could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still, they not big ball.
You've all probably, at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Huh?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
I really wish I couldn't be in a Danganronpa game because I would be the first one gone. The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning
In the name
anyways.
of my
At this
family.
point, I can rely only on myself, on the Tagami blood flowing through my veins.
Goodbye.
I do like the game, but if I was part of it, I'd be dead first. Because I'm really bad. If it came to the class trials, I wouldn't really be able to, like, you know, stick up for myself. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right,
However-
Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do research separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So,
That goes for all of us. Investigation. Wait, I'm sure.
Hey, Makoto.
Oh, McCoy, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma door. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks, so you open it. Let me take cover, I don't want to get exploded. Okay. Oh, what? There's no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw this cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean,
okay.
alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. It's okay. Oh, you can't just, no. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. When did you push? I'm not sure, but I think it was that one. Oh, this is where you think she controls all the Monokumas. I mean, they control all the Monokumas, alright. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of the room next to it. And just looking at it, there's one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. And the Data Center. That's right next door. The room we were just in, and that's where the strange noise came from. We'll go check it out. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Something on it, come on. Hey. Give me all your donuts. Is that you? Yeah. Oh man, oh, that's adorable.
Say what?
I don't even know what you're controlling.
Hello.
Yeah, you can't really see anything from in
Found
here.
it.
Guess what? I found a self-destruct button. Well, don't push it!
Bad.
We seriously gonna push it. What you controlled just now? It was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yeah, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. They were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
Joker's fear is right.
But
If the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, That means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. And the mastermind Monokuna's puppeteer really is the 16th student. Well, it can't be, there's no way, right? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is it anything? Oh, it's just... This is where the master's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So like, I'm gonna leave soon. There's still lots of other places to check out. Wait a minute. Before I leave this room. What's wrong with my clothes? What? Yeah, let me get. Heard a strange sound. What's that? The door just locked on its own. What? Of course it's locked because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma.
Just a second.
I know, Faye, you can't just go around and restrict them whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit, because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. In that room, as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. Right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correct them or no?
Liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as far as you could have been? That hatch in the bottom! God damn it! Away, the hatch on the floor. Too bad, that was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell you this. Well, that's fun. What do you mean, something interesting? It was on top of that perfectly ostentatious desk. Class and student registry.
So, in other words...
First to us. Wait, let me find Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
Actually, I also mentioned Class 78. That's supposed to be where Kyoko got that page. But it seems that Kyoko is in a hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. First page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So, in other words...
When it comes to this profile, there was more information. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can't read, can you? You can read, can't you? It should be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. Known as the ultimate despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the ultimate despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any sense of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. The girl was a part of the Ultimate Sphere. I don't think there could be any doubt about it. But wouldn't that mean Makura and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Makura? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Makura was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Makura was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto?
That's
Huh?
fine.
We seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of her class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals 31, 22, 32. What do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me like if she has a nice...
Stop talking.
You're a hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Okay. There's a chance the body isn't actually Makura. Is that what you're trying to say? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm,
It's
right?
all clear now.
That's what I was trying to say. What you do if that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, and one other thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I just pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. But don't put too much faith into her.
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? Well, my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Huh? It's gone. Mikura's body. It's not here? There's still 4 chickens on it. I don't even close to that body, but if it's not here, then it must be. I have no idea where it would be. The killer used to talk to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? That's all I need to check here. Oh, Tokus, this is where you were. That's so disgusting you want me out of your sight. No, that's not at all. I just thought maybe you'd find a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. I'm not Toko. Oh. Well, here I am in the bio lab. It's so cold. It's normally cold. I'm looking at a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Some kind of weird machine or something fell into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of these things lately. There's some kind of weird machine, some built into the wall. I've seen some of this before. That's it. I've seen this kind of stuff in the horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge or something to store dead bodies. Does that mean this bio is actually a morgue? It's all. Instruction manual will offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to this, germicidal lamps will also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the kit. I don't know what these words are, man. For the fridge, we're looking around. I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. I bet there's lights for each slot. Looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Is there somewhere I haven't... I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going, because I've went to all the places I've been. I needed to go. There's headmaster's room, the file up the door. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open. Oh, wait a minute. They're talking about these stairs. This is the second floor of the dorms? There's some ancient ruins. I don't know, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. Well, they forgot to make that pink. Coin, lovely. There's literally nothing here but a coin. Okay. Ooh, this bathroom's nice. There you go, the good one. Ooh. Oh. I guess it's good to get a coin. Well then, this looked like it was just a waste of my bloody time. Damn. Well, I mean, I got a coin, so fair dues, but like...
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret. Ooh, what beverages he got in there? Ooh, I bet. Oh my, this place looks comfortable as hell.
So,
A breeze? There's like an open space on the other side of this wall. You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You had to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? A very easy trick, yes. At least I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. And the right password and the door should open up right up. But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there's a piece into this. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some research results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the Object Despair.
However,
There's not much though, nothing we don't
in
already
other
know.
words-
The Object Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They are the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. Let's see. That's a good outlook to have. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there, but maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get him, we need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure it, there's no way No wait, there might be a chance the password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name? Oh, sorry, I was trying to think of what the password could be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea, yeah.
well,
Not like you need any permission. If you want to try it. Do whatever you want. Okay.
hey,
You've already been Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I hit myself, then turn to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. What? I did it? Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Kyoko. Well, look at me. She disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present, wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I better check out the system before I do anything. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. So you know what's in there. Just don't scream at anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to shriek? No, okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way to the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside in. What was in the box? It was bones, human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice. I never would have guessed what was inside. Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there.
Wrong.
Human bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a bad feeling. I had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him? Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kurogane detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder.
hey,
It's fine, check wherever you want. Are you sure? Okay then.
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business legacy. Instead, he left it all behind. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
why would you?
Oh, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free from the past, and yet... to now find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? And I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again? And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on? Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. The headmaster's desk, probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really wanted to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad desk without her permission. From the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents, but in the last drawer... What is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's
In
desk.
other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it was. I think you're probably right.
it would seem.
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it, Kyoko? I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it there. I guess I'll take it. We're okay.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto, huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more,
Hey.
but could you leave?
correct.
Okay, sure. Alright. I know where I'm going to need to use this handbook. I know where I'm going to need to use this handbook, so yeah, I can leave. Yeah. Nah, I've been yawning all day. I know what I know what to do with this, because now that we have this, Now there's no reason for we not be able to access the lockers in this room. Oh yeah. Wait, this thing is particularly empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. Don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who it was. But there's some writing inside that could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. Huh? But my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn hopefully. Okay. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left, which is little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my head just started spinning that much faster. Unlike the rest of the pet pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Well, I mean, since we have the thing, right? Oh, damn! What's this hero's locker? This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he'd ever use his locker. This locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks, notebooks stacked up in no particular order and just everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. The moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. It belonged to Hero. He did any classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hero came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. Where's his handbook? Yeah. But the more I see, the less it makes sense, because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to previous students, right? But why am I seeing this? Why are there things in lockers that look like they belong to people? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving with the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone. As I said,
this is a school announced. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, for those of you who are interested,
what could it be? Oh, hey, Hero. Makoto, why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Wanakuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did. Actually, I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd you say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, you don't have to do the cutscene for just only me, but like, okay. You didn't just have to do it for just me.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? No way. Just get on with it. What I found was a single photograph. And I ain't there. It was everyone who'd come to hope to at the same time as me. But there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. But that's not true. I do recognize it's Mikuro. Then this girl is. Wait, what? Why? Why is Mikuro here with everyone else? Even more than that. And we're all wearing matching out uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I ain't there. Well, I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me, and I didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean... Could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... I'm gonna keep all this rambling.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, get out! But I told you, I'm not feeling any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? I'd be told that that'd be totally out of left field. In the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion, and with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear this up. No, I have to clear this up. This is where you can hide and listen. I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. What? You know what? What? Okay. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk?
That's
Byakuya?
enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What? People! Like, seriously? Hey, hero. Makoto, what's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, sorry, I'm in a big hurry. What's wrong? Why? I decided to visit the little biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Toko? Toko, you okay? She's not dead, is she? Yeah, nice place. I'm sure you will. I was asleep. I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there screaming, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have you reached?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The fridge is open, but I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
You okay? You were just there, okay?
Makoto.
Yoko? It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay? I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. But listen, I bet this room. Oh yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah, I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, you know, maybe you knew she fainted.
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear. I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway.
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Good idea. Give me a hand with this. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Because Makuro's body is in there. Makuro's corpse? In the fridge?
See.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class over again, I guess.
So.
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. No, that's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the investigation. I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm gonna find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
Then.
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Okay. Don't interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on that offer. Why not?
Because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us. To cloud our judgment. I can stop this mission on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a valid point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what he's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Is she? Right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Yes. Oh. Okay, Mako, I'm done. Already, jeez, that was fast. Anyone can do good work, but they go slow, and that's where I'll make my report brief. Did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems like highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, and I'm completely confident in my findings. That means neither of us were the fatal injury, right? And what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were however dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old?
Because...
Huh? All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
The difference is immense. Considering the impression they give,
Listen.
you seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds. It makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? We all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with
so
it.
then,
But what if Mikuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of
Right.
many? A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they
in
can.
other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now is the time. Come to think of it, there's one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Makuro's profile, it listed her weight and height.
so...
With all that, they are indeed consistent with the corpse.
Indeed.
So then, and don't forget about the front and rear tattoo, there's absolutely no mistake. Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mikuro Ikusaba. Ugh.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
then,
So we have no further business with Makuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not going to put the body back? I think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this. Sad. Did you forget she was our enemy once? As a part of the ultimate despair? But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that. It's really quite appalling.
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes. Hold on. You could, don't do it now. Hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Go ahead, then out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here? What?
so...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
But to get into any of those lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook, the only one you find in the headmaster's hidden room. So did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
Make sure to say that.
Because-
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate these lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker in your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. DVD. It says,
So,
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
anyway. In other words,
Dad, right? Okay. 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 I know where I need to go to. I know where I need to go with this. Well then I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there
Okay
she
then,
was.
are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged
I
man.
do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
I felt like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single
So
millimeter.
this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense she would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school. Except,
Thank you.
what?
And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As a home cue, that's where the video cut out. There's a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but there's only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there fretting about it, I noticed sunlight on the monitor. The video that I thought was finished flashed back on the screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Huh? What I saw was me, and possibly
So,
unrelated me.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm sorry
yes?
I'm putting you through all this,
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
but I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko, her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hokikan, her father. When he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, Marcin went black. Huh? Was there some other DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What, it just so happened to break just now? Now then. When? Now then. When? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange thing on Yuka. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or...
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. You know what? Because if I do this trial today, right now, I won't be finished this game till past 1 o'clock in the morning. So you know what? Everyone, we'll do the final class trial tomorrow, where we'll finally finish off Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa. I'm sorry I am not doing it now because it's just because how long these trials usually take, and I don't want to be still doing this until past 1 o'clock in the morning, because that's the time. Right now it's 11:15 at night for me. So don't worry, tomorrow we will have this game finished. We'll be finished this game, and we might also stream Goodbye Despair tomorrow as well. Probably get the first trial of that game done. But like I said, everyone on YouTube, if you want to see my Danganronpa 2 or Danganronpa Goodbye Despair playthrough, it's Twitch exclusive. So if you want to see my playthrough, I have highlighted the streams so you can go and watch my playthrough on there. But I mean, if you want to see the playthrough on YouTube, just support this series, because unfortunately This game hasn't done well on my channel, unfortunately, because I've personally really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed it, even though it has taken such a long time, and this game does require just a lot of attention. It does take a lot out of you, I'm not gonna lie. This game is like basically Doki Doki on like steroids. That game didn't take, the game what took me 3 days to 100%, I'm pretty sure. But this game, I do love it. And for the remaining future of how many Danganronpa games come out, I'm going to play them. Speaking of which, the people who make this game are actually releasing another game soon. It's not Danganronpa. So I might check that out when it comes out, because, you know, I want to support this franchise. Because, you know, if Danganronpa's good, then surely the other games that they release is good. Because I was looking at games coming soon, and the same creators of this are making a new game. Like what I said, any new Danganronpa game that comes out in the future, there's one coming out very soon, I'm pretty sure, Danganronpa 2x2. I will be doing that as well. So yeah, any new Danganronpa game that comes out or comes to Xbox, I will stream those games, because I love this franchise and I like to see what's happening and like see what's to go on. This game, I'm surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Danganronpa 2 is the only one out of the 3 main games that I have seen gameplay of the past. There's things about it I recognize for some reason. There's bits and bobs of it I remember. I was thinking about that game like a week ago, and I was like, I'm sure I've seen that game before. I'm sure I have. But I've never seen this game or the third one. I've never seen, oh, besides from Monokuma, that's about it. But Goodbye Despair, I feel like I've seen little bits of it before. But not too much, obviously, because like I still have no clue about that game besides from a few things. But doesn't mean I'm not gonna play it. I'm still gonna complete the games, and yeah. But like I said, if you want to see Danganronpa 2 on the YouTube, on YouTube, support this series, support this Trigger Happy Habit Danganronpa, and then I'll consider putting Danganronpa 2 on the channel. Because like I said, this game hasn't done well, unfortunately. Doki Doki's did amazing on my channel for some reason, but yeah, I do love this game. There seems to be another interactive game coming out. I don't know if it's like gonna be any good or official or anything like that, but I might check that out when it comes out. So yeah, this game has definitely been fun. It's definitely, you know, made me question things, and I've learned the words I've never heard in my life. And like I said, I've got to give credit where credit's due to my wonderful moderator, Ari. She has recommended me to play games like Doki Doki and obviously this Danganronpa. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have played those games. I wouldn't have played Doki Doki. I wouldn't have played this. I wouldn't have played any of the Danganronpa because I didn't even know the franchise existed. She's amazing. Also, her and my other moderator, Z, are the only reasons you know, I'm still continuing these gameplays, these playthroughs. To be honest with you, they motivated me to keep going. But yeah, I think that's all I've got left for today's stream. But I will be back tomorrow. Don't you worry, I will be back tomorrow. We're finishing this game. I think we are actually going for the true ending. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think this is the true ending we're going to, and I can't wait. But you know what? To send this stream off, let's just go here real quick. Let's go here. I'll just play the intro and then just end it. I'll see you all in the next live. And everyone on YouTube, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Even if you notified when my next video gets uploaded, make sure to hit the bell icon next video. Everyone on Twitch, thank you all for watching. I shall see you all tomorrow with more Danganronpa for the last time. Goodbye.
Danganronpa.